Okay, so today we are going to make chocolate Amazon cupcakes. So the first thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then you're going to take cupcake liners and line 2 pans. I already did one, I'll do another. And you can get these at King's or ShopRite, and they're only about $3. So just line these. Okay, and just set this aside because you won't need them till the end. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need for this are flour. This is all-purpose unbleached flour. And you're going to need 3 cups unsifted. You can try using whole wheat flour for nutritional purposes, but I don't know how that tastes. Then you're going to use some sugar. You're going to use 2 cups of granulated sugar. Then you're going to need cocoa powder, 2/3 cup. You can find many brands. I just have Hershey. Then you're going to use 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Salt, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, that's what I have. 2 cups of cold water, and I have some ice cubes in it to make sure it stays cold. And then 1/2 cup and 2 tablespoons of corn oil or vegetable oil, either one is fine. Then 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, or you can use strained lemon juice, it's the same thing. And then lastly, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so first we're going to measure out our flour, which is 3 cups unsifted. This is my 2nd cup in there. So you're going to mix together the flour, sugar, and cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt in 1 large bowl. So this is the flour. Okay. And then we need 2 cups of sugar. One for this. Okay. The next we need is 2/3 cups of cocoa powder, the Hershey's brand. And this doesn't taste good because it's unsweetened, so there's no added sugar. So I don't remember. The 2nd one. Okay. Then we need to add the baking soda, and that's 2 teaspoons. So, baking soda. I usually do. And then next we need the salt, and that's 1 teaspoon. So now that you have all the dry ingredients in the bowl, you're going to mix it together. Going to become like a lightish brown color, and that's when you know everything is mixed together, and you're going to set this aside when you're done. Next, after we have our dry ingredients put aside, we're going to mix together all the liquid ingredients, and that's the water, the oil, the vinegar, and the vanilla. So the first thing we're going to add is the 2 cups of water. I have it over here all nice and cold. You have to make sure it's cold. Okay. Next we're going to add the oil. Open. Okay. We're going to add 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons. Okay. So next we're going to add the vinegar and then the vanilla. This is the white vinegar. And this is going to be 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Keep going. Okay, and lastly, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I usually like to add a little bit more because I love the taste of vanilla, but okay. So then you're gonna whisk this together. It's not going to fully mix because the water and the oil aren't going to mix, but just to get all the ingredients combined as best you can. It's going to make a darkish yellow color. Okay. Okay, so once you have your liquid ingredients all mixed up and put aside, you're going to grab your dry ingredients and gradually add the liquid to the dry. Not all at once. So you're going to add and then mix them in. I'm going to use a wooden spoon for this. Okay, so I finished mixing the liquid into the dry and it looks like this. It's going to be really liquidy and really easy to pour in the cupcake liners. So I'm going to get it all off my spoon. Okay, so now that I have my cupcake liners back, I'm going to take a tablespoon and I'm just going to scoop in the cupcake mixture. You're going to go higher than halfway with the batter when you're filling these up because they're going to rise. And you want it to come just to the top of the liner, partially coming over it as well. So it should, a little bit more actually. And the good thing about this batter is there's no egg in it. So eggs have a lot of calories, so you're cutting back, so that could be really good nutrition-wise. So that's pretty good. You're gonna come actually more than halfway, about 1/2 inch from the top. So I'm just gonna fill all these up and then we're gonna put it in the oven. Okay, so now I have filled all my cupcake liners with the batter and I'm going to put them in the oven. You're going to bake for 30 minutes until a wooden toothpick comes out. Okay, so for the frosting, as our cupcakes are baking, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of black coffee, 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, and they've been out already, so they're soft. We might need to soften them a little bit more. You're going to need 2 cups confectionery sugar, and 2 ounces of bittersweet chocolate chopped. So I'm just going to break this and start chopping it. Okay, so for our frosting we need to melt the chocolate that we finally chopped and the coffee. We're going to mix it together, so we're going to use a chocolate melter. You fill the bottom half with water, and then you put this on top, and the chocolate and the coffee are going in here. And then you put it on the stove top and melt it until the water heats up underneath. I'm going to add our chocolate to the bottom. Okay. and let that sit. And then you're going to add your 2 tablespoons of coffee. You can use regular coffee or espresso. And this is on about medium heat. I'm just going to lower it a little. It's kind of hot. And then you're just going to mix that together. Okay, so now we are going to mix together 2 cups of confectionery sugar in a mixing bowl. And that's 2. And 2 sticks or 1 cup of unsweetened butter that I had to put in the microwave a little because you have to make sure it's soft, but not melty. Okay, so now we are going to mix together 2 cups of confectionery sugar in a mixing bowl. And that's 2. And 2 sticks or 1 cup of unsweetened butter. So now I've mixed the butter and the confectionery sugar together, and I'm going to add in the chocolate coffee mixture. Okay, so I just mixed in the chocolate mixture with the butter and the confectionery sugar, and that's what we're going to get at the end. It's pretty thick, so we're going to pop it into the fridge for 15 minutes so it can cool. Okay, so I baked the cupcakes for about 25 minutes and they just came out of the oven, and we can test them. Toothpick came out clean every time. So we're going to let these cool, and we're going to wait for the frosting, and then we're going to frost them and they'll be done. Okay, so my cupcakes are all cooled and they're out of the oven, and my frosting, I put it in a pastry bag, and I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond for about $10 with a whole kit. So there's a couple ways you can frost a cupcake. You can do little spears if you want all around the interior of the cupcake, which is what I'm doing right now. Or you can take this and do the classic like swirl around the cupcake and then into the middle. And you can use a lot of different frostings for this cupcake because it's generally just a chocolate cupcake with a coffee frosting, but you can use a cream cheese, and for nutritional value or purpose you can use light cream cheese or light butter for all of it, but that's generally it. And I'm just going to finish frosting these, and that's all there is to it.